guys, so first things first, as you can tell, I got an actual haircut, and by actual I mean my sister cut my hair properly for me, so it's much shorter, which I like, much more comfortable, much lighter, much cooler. Still a little funky because I just buzzed the sides way too short. That was on me, and I didn't want her to go over the top trying to match how short I made the sides, so we found somewhere in between, and it'll all just kind of fix itself later on. Most likely the next time I get a haircut will be at an actual barbershop, so they should be able to fix whatever issues I have with my hair next month when it's all fully grown out and overgrown, actually. The purpose of this episode is, well, not really a purpose, but I was looking at the show number. We're on episode 170, according to what I have tracked, and just out of curiosity, I asked Google what is today's day number, what number of the day it is. So, because theoretically, I started the show on January 1st, the show numbers should line up with whatever the day number is. So today is the 171st day of the year 2020, but this is only episode 170. So immediately I assumed that maybe I missed a day at some point and just didn't account for it and kept going with the shows. And looking back at my records, I finally figured out the issue. Just like everything I do, I went over the top and made an Excel sheet to calculate out the day numbers for each corresponding date, just so it was a little easier for me to jump to specific benchmark dates and see what day number it should have been. For example, I started at June 1st, saw what day June 1st should be, April 1st, May 1st, and after a little while of that, I decided, you know what, let me go to the very first episode and just start from there, just so I could go through the list in order. I could have easily reversed the numbers on my Excel sheet, but for some reason it just seemed easier to start from the first show. And in doing that, I realized that on January 1st, the show sheet I made, I titled episode 2. And I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. The first show sheet I ever made was... Actually, now that I'm thinking through it a little more, we're going to look at it while we're talking. The first show sheet I ever made was actually the second episode. Wow, that's really bright when I first turned it on. So, the very first show, I almost missed it, actually. It was going to be a bad start for this show. Because I was at my sister's house in Florida for the first show. But yeah, the very first episode, which was on January... Interesting. Now I might have to dig a little deeper. Originally, I thought that the issue was just that the first episode, I labeled episode 2 for some reason. But that might not be the case, because as far as I could tell, the show sheet for January 2nd... I have 2 show sheets that were made January 2nd. One of them, I assumed, was actually sometimes I make a show sheet, and what I'm looking at is actually the most recent edit date. So if I made a new show sheet a day early, wrote out the whole show sheet a day early, then it would pop up a little weird, or maybe even I edited it the next day kind of thing, just changing a title that I changed at the last second. But now I need to dig a little deeper, because maybe this isn't as simple as I thought. I thought I just forgot, I just was number wrong from the beginning, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So we're going into my YouTube. We're going to go to my library. And we are going to go to... well, actually, first, let me think through. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So May has 31. April has 30. February has 29. That makes sense. Leap year. March has 31. That makes sense. January, I had 32 shows because I did a double show thing. When I had... Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. When I had issues. Uploading longer videos, I just made a double show one time where I just broke it up into 2 pieces. So let's view this full playlist of shows. And from here, how can I get info on when this show was made? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I know it's in Studio somewhere, but I don't want to deal with YouTube Studio right now. Last updated. This is the playlist was last updated. Let's just click the show then. I think that's my easiest way. Collapse the playlist. January 1st. Good. Now, that was a welcome to the show playlist. January 2nd, as I thought, should be Who Am I? And then Secret Pastimes on January 3rd. Yes. So what happened here? Something happened. And you are going to stay on with me until I figured it out. Just watching me look at my screen. Because I'm very curious how I messed this up. Third was the third episode, the fourth was the fourth episode. Okay, so yeah, it didn't happen in January. Did it happen in February? It's not looking like it. Because, let's see, the last day of February on my Excel sheet would be the 60th day of the year. So if I go to the 60th episode, yeah, that's good. Let's do last day of March then. The last day of March is the 91st day of the year. The last day of March? No. There's where my issue is. What happened here? Oh, you know what I think it is? I had an episode in here that was like part A, part B, I think. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. There it is. Where's my March 21st episode? Did I not record an episode on March 21st? Is that possible? It is possible. That's when the quarantine started. Let's click these shows and see what I talked about those days. Talking through the show sheet. Talking through how I make show sheets on March. Okay, that's not helpful to me. Dating app resurgence. No. Interesting. So what happened on March 21st? Because that's my missing date. I would solve everything that's wrong with my show sheets right now. Is why was there no show on March 21st? Maybe I used up, remember I had that one free pass because I called this Jacob Guido 365. And now I don't have that 366th episode maybe. I might be stuck in a bind making sure I get this right every single day for the rest of the year. March 21st should have been the 81st episode. So let's go to my March playlist and see if I made a show that day. This is going to be a much longer video. So, and it's not going to be anything exciting in this video at all. Thought of the day. Competitiveness. I did make a show. I have 2 show 81s. Interesting. That's where my issue is. Wonder why I did that. But March 21st, so I haven't missed a show. March 21st was episode 81. And I made another episode 81. I also just wrote over it in my Google Sheets, my Google Docs that I make when I'm making show sheets. So, yeah. That's the solution to what happened. I just have 2 episode 81s for no apparent reason. Very interesting. So now the question is, do I fix the show numbering? No, of course not. What we do is, now that I just closed out YouTube, we go back and I'm going to change episodes. I'm going to have show 81 and 81.1 most likely is how I like, or 81.2, something like that. That's how I'm going to change this and fix this. I'll fix my show sheets and we'll be all set to go. But yeah, now in this episode, you learned a little secret that all my show numbers since March 21st are 1 day off. So there you have it. Going to wrap the video up here because it's way too long. It's my longest show in a long time, and that's kind of sad because I just looked at Excel sheets the whole time. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.